Hey guys, it's Stephanie again, and I want to do a series for like my ta-da on YouTube. I want to do a series on 4 of the clairs, and so each video will be dedicated to the 4 clairs. So we're going to talk about that. So the clairs are spiritual gifts. Now it's really funny because having grown up in a traditional Christian church, I never heard anything about the clairs. You were either a prophet or you weren't. But the gifts have a specific name, right? And so it's hilarious because I have been, shall I say, psychic and medium all of my life, and I did not know it. Like, I had no idea. So the reason I want to do this is because I didn't know, because ignorance of what it was. I didn't know because I didn't have that exposure. I didn't know because I had no one to tell me. As a matter of fact, if you weren't a prophet, then it must have been of Satan. And so, last night, as I was thinking about this YouTube channel and what I was going to do with this YouTube channel, the very first thing was to do a series which will last over the course of 4 weeks. So yes, it will be a 4-week series all about the different clairs. So I'll do one video on what the clair is. I'll do and what how it would show up for you. Super quick video. I'll do another video on how it shows up for me, or let's say how I discovered I was that clair, and then how it shows up for me. And then I'll do another video, another short video on how you can practice it and hone it and develop it in your life. Now, again, this is important because, look, I was messaging a friend of mine last night on Facebook, and I was like, you know, some things she was saying to me, like, I'm surprised you're not clairaudient. The first thing I got from you is you're clairaudient. And then it wasn't until probably a week after she said it that I realized she was right. I'd always been clairaudient, but I didn't understand what clairaudient sounded like. So that's why I think it's important for me to talk to you about what it sounds like for me and my evolution and all of those things, right? So I am going to start this series. This is the introduction to the series video. And actually, I think I'll talk about one of them on the video. So during this series, the 4 that we're going to talk about is clairvoyance. We're going to talk about clairaudience. We're going to talk about clairsentient, and we are going to talk about clairknowing. All right, we're going to talk about those 4. Now, there are other clairs that are out there, but those are the main ones that people talk about the most, and I may get a little fancy and throw in some other ones. But those are the main 4 we are going to talk about. And as I am talking to you and I'm feeling it into it today, what I am feeling that we should start with is actually the one that I would say was the trickiest for me, and that is clairaudience. Go figure. Part of me was like clairsentient. The other part was like, no, clairaudient. No, we are going to talk about clairaudience. So in this video, I literally just want to keep it short enough to tell you what clairaudience is. So when you hear the word clair, you want to put the word clear there. So clairaudience, and audience is to hear. So clairaudience is clear hearing, and is you being able to hear from the spirit world, whether it is spirits who have crossed over, whether it is ascended masters, whether it is your angels, or whether it's your spirit guides. It is clear hearing. Now, I'm going to stop here and do a whole other video all about my personal unfoldment, because this has been the trickiest one for me, and the one that I think has stumped me up the most, and I didn't have any knowledge. I didn't have a way of knowing. So that is what clairaudience is: clear hearing from the spirit world. And on the very next video, I am going to talk to you about my unfoldment and what it sounds like to me.